Hi, Peter Kolliner, Director of Kirra Galleries. Welcome to a Fed Square and Kirra Galleries Newsbreak. Peter, when did the gallery open?
The gallery opened nearly 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years in October when we first opened, and we were the first commercial space to operate on opening day of Federation Square, where former Premier Brex, in the National Gallery's only room which was open then, opened with great fanfare Federation Square, and on opening, 5 minutes later, he came in here with a retinue of hangers-on and photographers, and there was our first photo opportunity. We've been trading here quite successfully ever since.
Well, that's terrific, Peter, but a lot's happened since then. How many exhibitions have you had over the 10 years?
Well, we average about 8 every year, so that would mean that we would have around 80 major exhibitions since we opened.
Now, this gallery is specifically concentrating on Australian artists. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, well, I've had a lifelong interest in glass, and in my former life I travelled extensively, and I noticed that Australian art glass is as good, if not better, than anything in the world. And now that I'm retired, I've opened up an art gallery, a glass art gallery, featuring uniquely Australian artists.
And there's quite a few famous people that have been in here, I understand, Peter, that have a great interest in the Australian glass art as well.
We have indeed. We have people coming from what are acknowledged as the world centres of glass, like Italy, like Scandinavia, and when they come in here and see the Australian glass, their jaws drop, because we're as good and better than they are. Then, as far as famous people, I could name drop, for example, former President Clinton is one of our clients, as are the Williams sisters of tennis fame, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
Well, Peter, the other thing is that not only do you promote Australian glass art here in Australia, but annually, or biannually, I think you take a group of glass artists across to Chicago.
It's annually. There's an exhibition in Chicago called SOFA, which stands for Sculpture, Objects and Functional Art, and we have been exhibiting there for the past 8 years. It's quite a coup to get in there, because to score an invitation, you actually have to express interest. Then you get a document that asks us to fill in a questionnaire, and if we satisfy their stringent requirements, then we get an invitation, and of course with the invitation we then have to go to America, build a booth, take artists, take their work, exhibit, and come back. It's quite an effort, but so far we've done it 8 times, and 8 times we've succeeded in more than breaking even.
So in actual fact, whilst you're here located in Federation Square in Melbourne, at a very hot spot for tourists, etc., obviously you're branching out into the USA. That exhibition has really promoted the gallery quite widely.
Very much so, and as a result we've had people come visit Australia, and when they do, they come to Melbourne, come to our gallery, of course visit other galleries, because we're not the only ones. We don't have any competition, but we have Pale Shadows, and we seem to be making the right moves.
Okay, Peter Kolliner, thank you very much. Until next time.
Thank you.